A 37-year-old Minneapolis woman, Renee Nicole Good, was killed during an ICE-related operation this week, and a short bystander video from the aftermath has intensified national scrutiny over what happened and how authorities handled the scene. Officials with the Department of Homeland Security have framed the shooting as self-defense, while Minneapolis leaders have publicly disputed that characterization and demanded accountability. Renee Nicole Good was identified in reporting as a mother of 3 and a U.S. citizen, and her family described her as compassionate and caring. The shooting took place in a residential area of South Minneapolis, and Minneapolis officials said police responded to reports of shots fired just after about 9:30 a.m. and found a woman with life-threatening injuries in a vehicle. City statements and multiple outlets report she was transported to a hospital where she later died. The video clip that spread widely online begins after the shooting and after the SUV had crashed, and it captures an exchange that quickly became a focal point of public anger. In the clip, a man asks if he can check a pulse and says he is a physician, and an agent is heard refusing and instructing him to back up, while another voice is heard saying, "I don't care," and someone else says EMS is on the way and that they have medics on scene. The footage does not show the full lead-up to the shooting, and reporting notes that key circumstances before the moment of gunfire remain unclear, based on the publicly circulating videos alone. Federal officials, including DHS spokespeople, have alleged that the driver used the vehicle as a weapon and that the ICE agent fired while fearing for life and public safety. NBC News reported that DHS Secretary Kristi Noem said Good did not comply with commands to exit the vehicle and allegedly attempted to run over an officer, and that the officer who fired was struck and later treated at a hospital before being discharged. CBS News also reported that federal officials characterized the shooting as self-defense, while noting that witnesses and local leaders questioned that account, and that it's not clear from the videos whether the agent was hit as officials claim. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey sharply condemned the federal agency's description, and said publicly that the incident involved what he called reckless use of power that resulted in someone dying. In the city's posted response, Frey told federal immigration enforcement to leave the city and said their presence was creating chaos rather than safety. National coverage also described Frey strongly challenging the justification offered by DHS at a press briefing. The case is now the subject of investigation, with reporting noting the FBI and the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension involved in reviewing the shooting. As more official findings, reports, and potentially additional video become available, the central questions are expected to focus on the precise timeline, what commands were given, whether there was an immediate threat as claimed, and how medical response and scene control were handled in the minutes after.